Hello, my brothers and sisters in the United States of America, 2009, June the 17th. Hello, my name is Brother George Dillard. I bid all of you greetings. This particular video that I'm producing today is based on something in the remembrance of my dad. My dad was not the greatest of men. He was like most of our brothers and sisters who had a father that got caught up in crime because simple fact that I'm not going to try to make excuses. He got caught up in crime. He did his, I saw him in my younger days from when I was about from like a baby to about 8 years old. And then after that, he went to prison. I didn't see my father again free until I was 17 years old. And that was in 1977. My father had become semi-institutionalized, or some people might blow it all out of proportion and say he was fully institutionalized. Well, anyway, when you go to prison and you're away from society for a certain amount of time, you come back out and the world has changed. It's not the same. Even so, the psyche of the people's thinking is different. So when he went to the prison, brothers, black brothers and sisters stuck together. You could call, say you needed help with something, and everybody would come from everywhere and get together and help one another. We don't live in a society like that today. But anyway, he got out in 1977. He tried to work, you know, and the way, you know, working on a job is not easy in America for a black man, or I don't know about a black sister because I'm not a sister. I don't see things through a woman's eyes, but I can you know, kind of imagine what it's like for them, but they only know what it's like for themselves. But I'm speaking truly for the black man. It's not easy working for the white society in America today because you are looked at as less than what they are. They look down on you. They're going to try to say that they don't do it, but they really do. Even in the religious world, they do. They think the same way. And they're trying to change their thinking, but it's still messed up. But anyway, what I'm trying to say is that he got out and he went to Charleston, Missouri with some buddies of his, and they went down there to visit some people. And in the process of them being down there visiting people, I don't know how it all went down, but they stuck up a liquor store in Charleston, Missouri. And my father got caught and locked up. He was in their jail in that time. And during the process when he was there, he wanted my grandmother to send him his Quran, the Holy Quran, because he was he was also affiliated with the black Muslims. The black Muslim, I'm not trying to tie them in with crime, but I'm saying my dad did crime, but he also was a Muslim. And he might not have been whatever was the model Muslim, but he was definitely a Muslim, and he picked up on the religion while he was in prison. But nevertheless, my father got into a confrontation with a guard down there while he was in jail. Then he comes up dead. Within that week, he came up dead on August the 8th. They called my grandma. I don't know how long he was dead before August the 8th, but he could have died August the 7th, 1977. So now a black young man, you know, hearing my father was killed by white people who's telling us that our father hung himself. Well, come to find out, we had his body brought back to our hometown, which is in Indianapolis, and we found out that he had bruises and stuff unaccounted for. So they took him, beat and tortured my father, and then hung him. You understand what I'm saying? So and then they turned around and told my grandmother that he hung himself. And my grandmother, I never saw her so hurt and so torn apart when they told her her son was dead. But at the same time, we went down there to the inquest, and they showed pictures of my father hanging, and had a few liars come in and say that my father was asking for a coat hanger. This man been in penitentiary for X amount of years. If he wanted to get something, he know exactly how to do it, because he's institutionalized and he knows how to do things. But at the same time, his religion, he don't practice hanging himself and not taking out somebody with him. You know, like the Muslims today, the radical ones, they're so afraid of, they blow themselves up, but they're trying to take a whole bunch of folks with them. But suicide is really against what God's laws. Now, self-murder is something that we believe that will send you to hell. I'm not a Muslim. I'm a Christian, but not the kind of Christian that America calls Christian. I believe in the truth, and I see all the hypocrisy in Christianity today. But at the same time, we talking about the lynching of my father. The white people killed my dad. I seen my dad in this picture hanging, and they telling us that he killed himself, and they were lying because all the people was out of town, all the officials and stuff left town. And then we went to visit the neighborhood in that little town, and no black person would come outside. No black person would come outside. In Charleston, Missouri, Mississippi County, those people down there are responsible for the death of my father while he was incarcerated in custody. And I have not forgot it. I have not forgot it. 30 years later, I have not forgot it. You understand? Now we want to look at some things in our next video, part 2 of this video. I want to show you a few things about how these white people have killed people and have accused some of them of actually killing themselves when they found them hanging the next day or whatever. They ruled it out as a suicide. Played the same thing like they did with my dad. But these people today, what is the answer for us today is what I'm trying to amount to. The answer for me today is I want total liberation from under this power structure. I want total liberation from America. Total liberation, because that was the dream of our ancestors, is to go back where they came from. Now, total liberation got us scared today because we think we got it going on in this country. Well, this country don't love us. It don't love us.